And yeah, it definitely feels like I'm on a newscasting thing there. Tonight, reviewing this fella, Totally Brewed, based in Nottingham, based in the cattle market area of Nottingham. Yes. And yes. And this is Captain Hopbeard. This is a Southern Hemisphere pale. Totally Brewed, if you didn't know, also own a micropub in the Beeston area of Nottingham called Totally Tapped. However, it is due soon, I've heard, moving to bigger premises. Kind of shame that the bottle shop didn't stay as a bottle shop and then open up a pub as a micro pub, but obviously there were wheres and wherefores to that, and it is quite a small micro pub, so to open up a bigger micro pub, entertain more people, let's hope it pays off. So this is, got my eyes, brewed with a blend of Australian and New Zealand hops with a massive chunk of Galaxy. Is that chunk? No, I don't know. ABV of 5.8%. Recently come back into cans. I did have this the other week, I think. Actually, over at Totally Tapped. So I think I did anyway. So, crack one open, as you do. And it feels dead weird because second day of the week and I've had 2 half days, so now I've got to actually go and do 3 days of full work. Thankfully enough though, the weather is going to get a bit cooler. I won't say nice and cool, but certainly cooler. So there we go, Totally Brewed. Lovely. I would call that an orange looking pour in this light anyway, with 2 centimetres of white head, and yeah, it's looking good. I mean, these guys are going to Arboretum Beer Festival near me. The Arboretum, my workplace of 22 years, on and off. I was there for 22 years, but I did flit and go different places in the city for a couple of months at a time. But it was my base of operations, shall we say. And yeah, watch the back walk. Yeah, on the toilets. But anyway, on the nose, big hoppy, certainly tropical aromas coming off this. Oh, smelling delightful. Right, let's dive in. I'd had a shave for a few. How do you people with beards do it? Because, gotta be honest, it's absolutely winding the hell out of me. There are other words I was going to use, but I'm trying to be good on beer reviews. Yeah. Clean shaven, always the way. From the fridge, which makes a change to me, obviously, you know, usually it's bloody, pardon me, nearly swearing already. But yeah, usually it's in the warmth of the beer room, so it's nice to actually have it from the fridge. It's a bit different in it. What I need is a beer background putting up. Get the wife to stick me a beer background up for guest reviewing from the cake room. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think it'll happen. But yeah, she don't want me in there much longer. You know, these things happen. Oh, smooth, certainly easygoing, full of tropical flavours, really flowing round the mouth. Funny thing is, I'm more concentrated not concentrated, that's not the word. Concentrating, that's the word. Did I just say that twice? God knows. It's been a long day, it's the heat. You look outside now and you think, just a normal day. Then you walk out the door and it's like 36 to 37 degrees out there, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's a bit warm out there, yo. Whereas we're in here, and you know, some things, decisions you make in life. Putting aircon in 4 years ago was probably the best decision we ever made. It's been a godsend. Not only for the wife with cakes, and we've done quite a good few. She does some great cakes. She gets people trying to get them for next to nothing, and they realise, like with brewing beer, is the cost of the ingredients. There's time spent, electricity and all that, and your the cost of your work time spent on it. And yes, sadly, people think that it's I mean, for those people, you want to turn around and say, toddle off to Asda, go and get yourself a nice Asda cake that will never taste anything near as good, but at least you're paying about a tenner for it. Yes, it's a good thing I'm not in charge of although I am actually on it as an admin, but it's a good thing I'm not the one replying to people, because yeah. Oh, really hitting the spot. It's beautiful out of the fridge, and I do regret half the time when I don't do reviews from the fridge that I'm not getting the beer at its premium. And certainly in these summer months, that it may be the thing where the beer room is I forget about reviewing from the beer room, and they're just coming in and review beers and be down without the wife knows what I'm drinking. There's always a downside to every upside, no sneaky beers. Not that I do that, obviously, but oh, that is proper hitting home. Like I say, looking forward to seeing what these guys come out with this year. I know they've got some barrel age beers coming later in the year, and there's another thing with the barrel aging. What you've got to understand is that there's a cost to that. There's the cost of the barrel, the beer that goes into the barrel, and the time spent while it's sitting in your brewery, taking up space that could have been used for something else. All these things have to be considered, and I hope to get each one of I think there's 3 beers coming out. There's only going to be so many, so those of you who are fans of Totally Brewed, when those beers, keep an eye on their social media, obviously, but when those beers are released, don't be hesitant, because obviously it's going to be a first come first served basis, and if you want to get there first, you need to keep an eye on the website. Usually Totally Brewed do some good stuff. I presume they're going to come out around Neon Christmas, presume, but not know, obviously. So hopefully Totally Brewed this year will be back at Nottingham's Robin Hood Beer and Cider Festival, down at Nottingham's cricket ground. Should be interesting. I've heard they may be teaming up with the good old folks from Black Iris Brewery, like they did originally when they first came to Nottingham Castle all those years ago. And I walked in, I'm like, who's these? And as you do, if you've never heard of people. Now, I wasn't a beer reviewer back then, so I really didn't take much notice of these young upstarts to the brewing industry. Yes. And it's funny how the brewing world has changed, obviously, over the years. Wow. Some breweries opened up and all of a sudden they're mainstream straight away. There's a good and bad side to that, obviously, and COVID's not been kind to a lot of breweries, and the astute business people of the world have done what they've done to survive, and we all we all have to do what we had to do to get through COVID and the aftermath. I myself moved jobs. I mean, Nottingham's Park Estate was a hell of a place to work anyway. We're not going to go down that road. Yes, yes. But in any case, looking great. It's certainly tasting great. Lovely, tropical, smooth, easygoing. Truly from the fridge, this hits the spot. And if you don't know what I mean by hitting the spot, it's tasting absolutely divine. A good 4.5 out of 5. So yeah, it's a cracker of a beer. I've really enjoyed it, and yeah, if you see it, get it. I would assume that it's not just available in local can shops, but it's available elsewhere as well, and obviously on Totally Brewed's website for those who go there. So that's it for the review. Thank you for watching, and I'm going back to watch Miss Marvel. I didn't realise there was another episode, so the last episode. Thought it ended crap, but yeah, cheers up. And if you're in the heat, get yourself out the heat, get yourself a beer and water, obviously. You know, hydration. Cheers.